Hello guys, a British Fox here, and welcome back to Cards. Today I'm going to be covering deck building and hopefully challenging one of the subscribers, Andrew Jackson, as he was the first person to comment on my videos. Wrong menu. Go into Cards, and I'm going to be going for a British deck. So the main thing you want for decks is thinking about the orientation and what strategies best benefit them. So for example, you could supplement the defensiveness of Britain by going with aggro to make it in between, more neutral. However, I tend to stick with hard defense with Britain, so the best pairing would be with the Soviets. So the Soviets have many good cards. I do recommend picking up 2 of any card within a deck, mainly. So for example, Burning Skies could counter the early game aerial. The Airborns are good for turn 1 plays. And then we are going to be thinking about our next play. So, if we're going for holding the line, it's best that we go for more defensive units. Play counter-offensive, mess buff units. Striker is really good due to its destruction ability. Number 1 Commando. Not too hard to get, decent card. Spiring shall be helpful for research. Get supply drop in the deck itself. And I think that's enough 2s for now. We'll be moving on to 3s now. We're going to go for second rifles to counter early blitz strategies, alongside the 42nd rifles for the healing. We're going to get air power, as that's pretty good guard to counter tanks later on. Coldstream guards, and then we are going to be going up to around 4 costs. Now there is a good 4 cost, I believe. Yep, C4, which hasn't been nerfed yet. And still, even with the nerf of 1 less defense, it's a pretty good card. Gonna add more 4 costs now, if we find a good one. The Fusiliers, good overall card, and we're going to be advancing into for 5 costs again. Churchills, 2 Spitfires, a 17th Rifle Regiment, another 2 Spitfires, and then I do believe it's a infantry unit, and I have the Spitfire RAF ground crew, which will be helpful for getting out Spitfires earlier. Going for more fighters. Get out another Spitfire. So my strategy is to play the long game and survive, using research on the way to hopefully stall them alongside my great defense. Then using the 17th Rifle Regiment as the aggro alongside the Spitfires. So that is my deck building. I hope you like the idea, and I could go more into it if wanted for next time. Now we are going to challenge AJ and see his response. Hopefully he accepts. Yep. And we shall show off the new deck. Now this will be interesting considering the implications, but I wonder what he's done for his deck, as he seems to be going for German deck. I'd recommend it within the comments. So he's probably going to go early aggro driven by the nation choice. We hope to get a early play. Now after end our turn, go for His Majesty's Chosen. And we're going to say welcome. No turn 1 play surprisingly, and we're going to go His Majesty's Chosen. Bringing out the Ulster Rifles defense. Okay, he did have, which isn't too surprising. go for the second rifles for the defensive purposes, and then deploy the RAF ground crew alongside the first airborne. I see that he's stalling, clearly thinking of what to do against it. It would have been good to best save the Flampanzer. Play RAF ground crew. And then deploy a Spitfire Mark 5. Now using our enhanced Spitfires, hopefully he doesn't attack the ground crew. It would be able to kill it in one turn either, so... Good use of Skybrands. He will be able to attack this turn though. Use the card. But we can play this. And then play the number 1 commander. Now we are running out of cards, and a good recommendation is probably to have Convoy HX1752. It's fine if your deck isn't good at the first time. It's evolving the deck to where it counters most things. I see that he's struggling with his play here now, as seen by our enhanced Spitfires, which his early aggro strategy has worn down quite a bit. So we are going to play the Royal Ulster Rifles to suppress damage to the base. We do have another number 1 commando if they do draw out some powerful tanks, which wouldn't be too surprising. Drawing cards, clearly running out of cards. We are going to advance the Ulsters. A good play. To get a draw the Coldstream Guards, both for naval support, and so that we can better counter his moves. AJ could potentially have a can't be targeted by orders, but it's an expensive card which can be one-shot by my no, it's deadly self-defense. We also learned that his ally within the deck is, in fact, we shall do this. Now, unless he has another fortification, he's not going to be able to counteract the damage I did last turn. Good juice, I have to say. However, it has severely weakened the card. So, dedicating ourselves to the offense of the operation. And he is nearly dead. Good use of supply drop there. However, if I were to get 1 naval support and were to buff my tank, I'd be able to kill him after taking out his annoying but good use Panther G. I see he's still thinking of a move in his 5 remaining cards. Thinking he might want to take the front line, judging by the Panther 2A. Combined arms, good use, that means I can't just blitz against it. If I were to use, for example, so we kill here, do this, and we've cleared the board. This card will heal, and he can't break through easily. He could try deploying some form of plane, however, Bearing Sky would most likely counter it. Just got a dash on. Reduce. And planes and cards. Now we are losing our cards left, so it's best if we go the aggro offensive. Now yes, next time I'd recommend having good use of guard card. Name support, just play. Now you're forced to deal with those. We are going to hold the line. And we're left with 1 card. Counter-offensive. That way ensuring its survival. He still can't kill it with this turn unless he completes it, which is possible for his deck. A good game. And that is my strategy. I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and I hope that by looking at my deck, AJ will learn more about deck building and strategies. He did have a good idea of using early aggro for Germany, however didn't fully act upon it, and eventually invested too much within that strategy. I'm just going to say good game here. He invested too much within his strategy of blitzing at times, meaning my high defense completely countered it, and he had little to no late game units. He could have potentially turned the tide if he had the Nashorb early on, so he did have good cards in place, such as HX1752. For now I will have to say no thanks. But yeah, I just recommend sticking with your playstyle and implementing it into the game. So I like playing the defensive and then going all out offensive. So my best bet is to go early defense and then go aggro later on. So I hope you enjoyed today's video and hope to want to watch more.